This is video 3 of my Grief in the Workplace series, and today I want to focus on gratitude and compassion. But I also want to honor my husband's memory. Today marks 50 months since he died, and I can still remember some of the details of that day like it was yesterday. Not all of it, because I know that I was in shock after I found out that he died, so some of it is a blur. But what I do remember is when I got to the public hospital. So Frank was transported immediately to the Naval Hospital after the accident because it was the closest hospital at the time. And from what I understand, he was still alive all the way up to the hospital until he got there, and then he was pronounced dead. But he had to be transported to the public hospital after that because that is where the morgue is. And in Guam, it is kind of tradition that when somebody dies on that day before they go to the morgue, the family prays over them, and family and friends come to the hospital and view the body and give condolences to the immediate family. So when I got to the public hospital, that viewing room was already filled with people, many of them mine and Frank's coworkers. And I just remember looking around the room, and I even asked some of my coworkers, kind of in my state of shock, like, who is running the operation? Because it seemed like everybody was there at the hospital. In those first moments in my tragedy, in my loss, my coworkers, my leaders, my friends, and Frank's were all there with me to hold space for me, to support me, and they were grieving too. And I wanted to bring that message out because I have so much gratitude still today for my organization that I worked for at the time, because in those first few days, in the first few moments after Frank died, everyone was so compassionate and were there. Even if they didn't know what to say, even if they didn't know what to do, they just automatically took action and knew that they needed to be there. Through this journey that I've been on since I became a grief recovery specialist, I have talked to many people that have said, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. There are others who, will say that I just stay away for a little while, especially in the beginning, to give them time to grieve, to get them space. And I will tell you, everyone is different and unique in their grief. But one of the universal things that we all share as a human race is that when tragedy hits, most often we don't want to be alone. And we need people that we love and that love us to be there to comfort us, even if they don't have the right things to say, because there isn't anything right to say. It's nothing that you say will take away the pain, the anguish, the fear, the broken heart that someone experiences when deep loss occurs. But to have people there in those first few moments is so appreciated, more than you'll ever know, right? So just lean in and be compassionate when you know that someone in your organization has experienced trauma or tragedy in their life. Don't think that you have to stay away for days, for weeks, for months to give them time to grieve. It's a myth to grieve alone. Most grievers, even though they know that people are not going to understand, will never understand their journey because it's a unique one, it still means so much to have people to just hold space for you and to support you in your time of great sorrow, to cry with you, to offer a hug, just to take action in little ways like bringing food, cleaning up a little bit, offering to pay bills, all these little things that you won't be thinking about when you're suffering loss or tragedy in your life. And so I just want to encourage leaders and coworkers, organizations, HR, when you know that one of your employees has experienced some sort of loss in their life, the death of a loved one, divorce, relationship breakup, some sort of stress or trauma, whether it's them personally or someone else in their family, and they're going through all of the motions of grief, be there for them. Show compassion. Lean in. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know what to say, or I don't know what to do to help you, but I'm here for you. Offer a hug. Just be there. And I want to say thank you to my organization. I worked for United at the time. And I want to say thank you to all of my leaders and my coworkers, my friends that were there for me, that held space for me, that took action and just came to cry with me and offer their hugs and their condolences, because I know that Frank touched your life in a lot of ways. And even for his coworkers, thank you so much for being there in those first few moments. It really meant a lot. So this is dedicated to all of you and in memory of my husband's 50-month angelversary. I'll talk to you guys again next time. Take care.